was in band and I was good at it and I liked it and I always wanted to be a teacher. And with band and music, that seemed like a good choice. And that's how I started. And then had my first teaching job, grades 6 through 12, did everything. And that was a great learning curve first time. And when I was a young teacher, I was doing conducting symposiums, and that scratched an itch, and it was really amazing, the feelings that you got and what you could do and control more than I could do back in my group at home. And so I kept doing that, went and studied and got my master's, taught in Texas at a 5A high school, now there's 6A high school, then went and got my doctorate, and was fortunate enough to get a college position right away, and kind of kept going. That's kind of what you do. But that's how I started, just from wanting to be a teacher and make a difference. The path for education came as a result. We moved to Michigan when I was a junior in high school. And so the big two schools at the time, were Michigan and Michigan State. And conventional word on the street was that Michigan State had a really excellent education program. I now know Michigan does too. I thought Michigan might be a better choice for graduate school for me. There were two very accomplished clarinet teachers that were sort of famous in the state at Michigan State. That's what I played. So that's why I chose to go there. It was really because it was an education focus, or so I was led to believe by my band directors and people that had influence on me at the time. And so I auditioned there and went there. For graduate school, that was an interesting arc. So a friend of mine who was at Michigan State, he had gone to graduate school and had a really good assistantship at a school that's a little bit lesser known. It's Wichita State. But he had really an amazing experience there. And he called me and said, this is a really great place. You get to do a lot. You get to conduct. You get to teach. You get to do all these things. They had a sort of a funnel from Eastman with some of the graduate students there, so they were playing in the orchestra. So some of my running buddies that were there, I wound up going there. Some are now playing in Chicago Symphony or wherever. So they had some really excellent musicians there. I got a lot of experiences there that I might not have gotten at some other places. And then I went and taught in Texas, because Texas is Texas, and people that were influencers in my life then and mentors suggested that I go there to teach. And I did. I wasn't sure I was going to do a doctorate at all. And I went and taught in Texas, and that was another significant learning curve for how the world works, music world. And that was amazing, great experience. And then I toyed with the idea of a doctorate and really essentially just wanted to keep growing. And UT and Michigan were my two choices, and both of them were great, and I got into both of them, and I went to study at the University of Texas with Jerry Junkin, and he's amazing, and the place is amazing, and the musicians were amazing, and it's a really special time. It gets more special the further away from it you are.